Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy's demand, Hope's heart, Eric's post-miracle problem. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, December 26, 2023, reveal that Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan Forrester worry about Eric Forrester's future. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers highlights. Meanwhile, Steffy Forrester Finnegan confronts Hope Logan. Steffy demands to know if Hope truly loves Thomas Forrester. Keep reading to find out what's coming up in the CBS Cleaner pieces. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, programming note: B&B spoilers reveal that there will be no new occasion on Monday, December 25, 2023. On Christmas Day, the network will be raising sports. Still, suckers can tune in on Tuesday, December 26 to find out what happens coming. So, let's get started on Tuesday's spoilers. Bridge solicitude on Tuesday, December 26. Suckers can anticipate everyone to continue rejoicing over Eric breathing on his own. Still, someone breathing and being back to normal can be two fully different effects. So, John Finnegan and Bridget Forrester will have to determine Eric's fate. Meanwhile, Ridge and Brooke will worry about what kind of unborn Eric will have. It sounds like Ridge and Brooke might learn from the croaker that there could be limitations or complications. It'll presumably be more stay and see responses. Indeed, though Eric is breathing on his own, that's just the morning of a veritably long road to recovery. Steffy Forrester Finnegan's demand. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, December 26 reveal that Steffy will defy Hope. It doesn't sound like it's going to be a fierce face-off, however. Suckers watched as Hope glanced over at Steffy with pure empathy while holding her hand. It was a really touching gesture, and Steffy presumably hasn't forgotten about it. B&B spoilers, Tuesday, December 26. At the same time, Steffy wants to cover her family. So, Steffy will demand that Hope tell her if she's truly in love with Thomas or not. Hope has been standing up for herself recently, so she'll presumably be honest with Steffy. While Hope might not admit to being in love with Thomas yet, she'll assure Steffy that there are no unrighteous or careless intentions. Which plot are you looking forward to seeing the most on Tuesday, December 26? What does the unborn hold for Eric, Donna, Logan, Ridge, and Brooke? What are your prognostications for Hope, Thomas, Steffy, Finn, Bridget, and the other characters? Partake your studies in the comment section below. Flashback to keep watching The Cleaner on CBS or Paramount to find out what happens coming. Warring siblings and an Avant returns. It's going to be a week no one will ever forget on B&B. These Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for December 26 to 29, 2023, promise a short but powerful week featuring Eric making a bit of progress, a sibling rivalry igniting, and a familiar face returning to the canvas. This is a week you will not want to miss. Brooke and Ridge worry about Eric's future. Steffy demands Hope tell her if she truly loves Thomas. Steffy warns Hope not to toy with Thomas, reminding her of the consequences. Finn assures a worried Ridge that he is happy with Eric's progress. Finn stands up for Steffy to a defiant Thomas. Xander is shocked to learn that his new doctor has a connection to the Forrester family. In case you missed it, mornings on Soap Hub are for commentary or wild speculation about the Bold and the Beautiful's current stories. The Forresters get their Christmas phenomenon. The family rejoices after croakers Finnegan and Forrester remove Eric's ventilator. The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Friday, December 22, 2023, showed Finn and Bridget removing Eric from the ventilator. In addition, Ridge, Steffy, Brooke, and Ridge awaited for Eric to open his eyes. Meanwhile, those at Eric's house created a gleeful atmosphere by decorating the Christmas tree and reflecting on the man they love so important. Now, let's dig deeper into the details of what went down. The calm before the storm at Eric's bedside, everybody replied to Eric shifting. Bridget and Finn honored that this was a good sign, which made it the perfect time to remove the ventilator. After all, they don't want infection to set in, and, anyway, the rapid-fire eye movement means he may be able of breathing on his own. Machines were demanded, but now they re not, so Finn doesn't want anyone to lose stopgap. Ridge stated emphatically that nothing was giving up. At Eric's manse, Katie, Zend, RJ, and Luna decorated the Christmas tree and the house at Donna's request. And, of course, they continued to contemplate life without Eric. Katie felt making the house gleeful may be the boost Eric needs to bring him back to them. Meanwhile, Zend didn't feel like it was the leaves without Eric. Eventually, he didn't want this time of the time to turn into a painful memory for unborn leaves. He hoped his granddad would make a full recovery. Healing studies at the manse, the group decided the power of positive thinking was the way to go rather of fretting over losing this major influence in their lives. Zend agreed and suggested they put healing studies out into the macrocosm. Perhaps they should tell stories about Eric. The sentiment started with Zend. Indeed, though he wasn't born into this family, he principally won the relinquishment lottery. From day one, Eric was so welcoming. He must have allowed. His parents were so crazy, coming back from the honeymoon and throwing an orphan into the blend. Times latterly, Eric was still so welcoming. When he came back from Europe, the primogenitor claimed he lived there at the manse with him. He always knew exactly what to say and how to lift his spirits up. Katie reiterated that Eric's not going anywhere yet. A Christmas phenomenon supposedly, a specialist Finn and Bridget consulted agreed with their assessment. It was time to remove the ventilator. The family started talking directly to Eric to see how he'd reply. His eyes continued to move. When Finn and Bridget eventually extubated Eric, his heart started contending. Incontinently, Brooke seized Stephanie's Bible and started reading from it. And everything stopped for a moment. Also, Eric suddenly started breathing. At Eric's, RJ brought the print compendiums out, complete with disturbing baby filmland. He also played Oh Holy Night on the piano with the portrayal of Eric over his shoulder. Meanwhile, those at the sanitarium awaited for signs of enhancement. Eric's vitals got better and he miraculously opened his eyes. Brooke ate him home. Eventually, Brooke called Katie, Zend, RJ, and Luna and Hope and Thorn off screen and told them Eric was off the ventilator and his vitals were perfecting. Looks like they have a Merry Christmas after all. They rejoiced and also broke out into a rendition of Joy to the World. Over at the sanitarium, Steffy bare to Eric that Finn was the one to heal him. Ridge said he tried to recognize his wishes, but there was a way to save him. They had to take it. In response, Eric wished his family a Merry Christmas. Brooke and Ridge break up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that this shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone at all. It looks like all the feelings they're passing right now with Eric Forrester's life or death situation will get the stylish of them, and before they know it, both Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester will end up distancing themselves from each other. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. The bold and the beautiful spoilers Brooke and Ridge break up as numerous the bold and the beautiful suckers are apprehensive of by now. Brooke and Ridge have a history of making up, breaking up, and getting back over so numerous times now that observers have lost count. And while you would suppose that Eric's situation would maybe bring Brooke and Ridge closer together again, the contrary is actually going to be. Ridge is consumed with guilt over what's going on with his father as he'll eventually decide whether or not he gets to live. B&B spoilers say that Ridge will also get irked at Brooke for giving him all feathers of advice that he really doesn't need to hear right now. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, what's next for Brooke and Deacon? Brooke, meanwhile, will deal with this situation in the same exact way that she's dealt with effects before, by running into the arms of one of spouses. This time around though it'll be Deacon Sharp. They're going to have the hot and passionate kind of reunion that will make Brooke forget all of her troubles and make Cleric forget that a woman named Sheila Carter indeed exists. Indeed, though their reunion is going to destroy their other connections, the only person that will be happy to see them together again will be of course Brooke and Deacon's son, Hope Logan. Watch this space. Of course, suckers will have to tune in to find out what will be coming. The Bold and the Beautiful charade weekdays on the CBS network. Check your original rosters for times. Tell us, what do you suppose of this story?